independent sales director and free car driver Beth Feinstein, and I want to say thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to hop onto this video. You're probably on this for one of two different reasons. The first is you're helping your consultant with her training. She's moving into a leadership position and she's looking to learn and grow, and the feedback that you're going to give her is crucial to help her grow and learn and become the leader she's meant to be. The second reason you might be on this is maybe you heard a little bit about Mary Kay. You're not sure if it's for you or not, but you want to find out a little bit more. So I am going to do my best to tell you a little bit about myself. I will tell you what almost held me back, how I almost quit at 9 months, because this was not on my radar. This was not something I ever in a million years ever pictured myself doing. I'll show you what comes in the starter kit, and I will give you a password and a couple of questions at the end of the video. I want to bring you back a few years. I was teaching in a middle school and my husband got a job down in Maryland. So we decided to move away from all of our friends and family and travel down to the farm country of Maryland. About 5 hours, or if you're familiar with New York City traffic, it could be way longer than that. I got a job teaching in an elementary school and was happy doing that. And we decided we were going to start our family. So my daughter was born, and at that point, I was looking at the numbers and I was going to bring home about $100 a month. That was it, if I worked full time and I paid for daycare. So I decided, you know what, I'll tutor. I became a judge for some educational scholarships, and I also became certified in children's yoga at that time. So a couple of years later, my son was born, and when I looked at the numbers about if I worked full time again and sent 2 kids to daycare now, I was actually going to lose money every single month, and that really did not make sense to me. My husband was traveling a ton for work, so it was me and the kids without any support from family members who could help babysit or could help watch the kids if somebody was sick. So I was really kind of at a crossroads with, what do I do? Do I go back to work full time? Do I keep doing all these part-time things? You know, what should I really be doing? And right around that time, my friend called me, and she had been a lawyer in Manhattan. She was looking to go back to school, and she had started Mary Kay. So that way, the extra money that she was going to be making from her own business would help her offset the cost of books or pay for some classes. You know, that was kind of her goal. I heard that and I said, congratulations. And then I turned to my husband and I said, she is crazy. This is like grandmothers and great grandmothers stuff, and I can't believe she's doing this. So I offered to help her with the training call with her director, Sarah, and ask a little bit about the business, but truly my intention was to talk her out of this. I wanted her to see that she had kind of lost her mind. So I started to grill Sarah for about 2 hours on every single thing I could think of about the business. So Sarah had actually started when she was 19 years old. She was about 28 at this point, and she was making 6 figures. She had earned the use of 5 free cars, and she had no debt from her law degree. And I was still paying off my master's degree here. So I was kind of intrigued right from the beginning, but I didn't want to tell her. So I asked a few questions that I had. How do you do this if you don't know people? Because I was teaching, but now that I was a stay-at-home mom and working some part-time jobs, I really didn't have a huge group of friends. And I also didn't want to be relying on my friends and family. So Sarah explained how we train to network and to build a business. And this is actually something I am ferociously passionate about, because you cannot build a long-term sustainable business just relying on favors from your friends and family. Now, that being said, some women have a small business where they really work with their supportive friends and family, but for me, that was not something that I was going to be doing, because the same reaction I had when my friend started, it was exactly the same reaction that I heard when I told my parents I was doing this. I remember saying to Sarah, I am not a salesperson. My heart, my love is in teaching, and that's what I was passionate about. And Sarah's answer really surprised me. She said, you're a teacher, that's who I want you to be. I don't want you to be a salesperson. And I was more and more intrigued, but I was like, all right, how do you make your money? Because if I'm gonna do this, I don't want to be something that I'm putting in time and effort, but I'm not seeing any return on. So tell me a little bit about how to kind of get started, and let's suppose I try this and I really don't like it. I don't want to be down and out a whole bunch of money. I need that money. It's tight. I had cut back. I wasn't working full time. And as much as I loved tutoring and as much as I loved all the other part-time jobs I was doing, it really just was not financially lucrative. And I didn't want to be spending money that I didn't have. So the way it works at Mary Kay is every single active consultant is making the same 50% profit. That means if I sell something for $100, I've made $50 on the spot. It costs $50 for the product and I pocket $50. And that's across the board, whether you've been doing this for a week or whether you've been doing this for 10 years. Every single active consultant makes the same, which I really, really, really like. Now, if you decide that you are being drawn into a leadership position, you feel something in your heart that you want to teach and mentor other women or male, there are also male consultants and male directors, then that's something that Mary Kay pays you a commission from their side. So you can just do your sales. Or you can do your sales and also mentor other consultants, help them be the best at their business. So at the end of the conversation, Sarah explained to me that to get started, all it took was $100. Now that $100 got you a gorgeous bag, or got me a gorgeous bag. It got me about $600 worth of full-size products and training materials. And it also gave me the opportunity just to see what this was about. So at that point, I was like, you know what? It's $100 and I've got nothing to lose, because if I decide to do this, and let's suppose I decide to invest in some additional products so that way I'd be able to service my clients on the spot. If I decided it wasn't for me, Mary Kay has this unbelievable product buyback guarantee. Basically what it is if you decide this is not for you, you have a full 365 days, all right? So like a full year to decide, you know what, do I want to do this or not? And if you decide it's not for you, you can actually sell back your unopened products for 90% of the cost. I know that I've gone to Target and without even knowing how it's happened, I've spent $100. And it has never once changed my life. So I was like, you know what, I'll find $100 to do this, because honestly, the pain of regret is a lot worse than the pain of failure. And if I try it, it's not for me, no harm, no foul. But what if it is something? 6 to 9 months, I actually didn't tell anybody. I think I was really afraid of kind of putting myself out there and, what if I wasn't very good at this? And at 9 months, I actually almost quit. I was like, that's it, I'm gonna send back my products. And right around that time, they actually started closing some schools in our district. They were laying off teachers. There was also government shutdown. And I realized that even jobs that I thought were very, very secure were not necessarily always guaranteed. So my husband convinced me to give it the full year, and I reached up to Sarah and I was like, all right, I am ready to see if this is something. And 9 months to the day, I earned my first free car. I moved into a directorship position, which is the top 2% of Mary Kay. And then I earned a second free car. I just earned my third free car, and we are working on the Cadillac and building our national area right now. I actually had no idea that Mary Kay was a top global skincare company. I really thought it was just makeup. And while I'm wearing makeup in this video, day to day, it's just not what I do. I love when people rock like amazing eyes, and I've been trained and learned through the training programs that I have through Mary Kay how to rock a smoky eye and how to teach it. But day to day, that was not something that I ever really did. And the fact that Mary Kay really is based on skincare and is an award-winning skincare and has a good housekeeping seal of approval, that also kind of spoke to me, because not everybody wears makeup, but everybody has skin and everybody wants their skin to feel really, really great. Okay, so now that you know a little bit about me, I'm going to tell you a few reasons that people love the Mary Kay business opportunity. The first is the unlimited income potential. The fact that you can earn a few extra dollars for taking a family out to dinner, going out to dinner yourself, buy a new pair of shoes, whatever it is you want, or maybe replacing an executive income, that is based on your goals. You choose how much work you want to do and how you want to work your business so you can promote yourself to different levels into a leadership position, or maybe this becomes like your fun money, your play money. Whichever one, it's based on you and your goals. Another reason that people love Mary Kay is the freedom and flexibility that this offers. Mary Kay is based on the philosophy of faith, family, career, and that's so different than the corporate world, where you're told you have to work and work and work, and it doesn't really matter if kids are sick or if a parent is sick, or you got to take the dog to the vet. In Mary Kay, you're able to find that balance in your own life. And that's something that even even at the level where I am now, where I do Mary Kay full-time, and full-time is about 20 hours a week. I would say part-time is probably about 5 to 8 hours a week. And if you want a small business, it could be 3 to 5 hours a week. The freedom and flexibility to create the life that you want is something that you can't even put a value on to do. I hear so many different stories from women who, and men also, who, you know, they have a sick kid and they just have no idea what they're gonna do if their kid's sick for an extra day. Or from people who say, you know, my job is in jeopardy if I go and I visit a family member who is really, really sick because I'm out of days. And that's not how I ever wanted to live my life. I want to be able to build it around my family and around the things that are really important to me. So I was actually recently a gestational carrier, or also known as kind of a surrogate, for a family member. And this was a very, very challenging pregnancy. I was carrying twins and had tremendous amount of complications. And there were days that I could not get out of bed. But yet I was able to still have my business, and I had my reorders come in. And I was able to kind of check in with local clients and still continue to build my business. The freedom and flexibility to create the life that you want, you can't even put a price on that. Because if I didn't have this freedom and flexibility, my family members wouldn't have the family that they imagined. My kids, when they missed 70 days of school, would not have had one of us be able to take them to the doctor. I would have had to send them in, or I would have lost my job. Another reason that people really love the Mary Kay business opportunity is because of the environment and the culture of the company. Mary Kay believed that you praise people to success. You show them what they're capable of doing. You believe in them and you mentor them and you pour into them and you pour into your clients. You help people just feel like they're the best version of themselves. She believed in rewarding people with Cinderella prizes. And these are things like, I don't know, I've gotten luggage and diamond rings and pots and pans and gift certificates. I was doing my job anyway. It's really nice getting an extra prize. It's really, really nice. The culture of Mary Kay is based on lifting people up. It's based on the golden rule. And there's also a huge give back campaign. So Mary Kay's grandson runs the company. Her great granddaughter is in charge of the Mary Kay Ash Charitable Foundation. And this foundation has donated over $50 million to domestic violence shelters and cancers affecting women. We also have a huge Pink Doing Green campaign with recycling efforts, with planting trees, and using post-consumer materials as well. All right, you want to see what comes in the starter kit? Because it's amazing. So thank you again for taking a little bit of time out of your day to check out this video. I don't know if this is for you or not, but if there is a dream on your heart, if there's something that says, you know what if this is for me? What if I say no? What am I saying no to? If those thoughts are in your mind, like, I just need to see, then I encourage you to give it a shot. I encourage you to see if it is something, because at least you can say, I tried it and I saw if it was for me. First one, and you're gonna send your consultant the answer so she gets credit. The first one is on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being never in a million years would I ever do this, and 10 is it's $100 to get started. I've got nothing to lose. Please don't give me a 5 and no decimals, please. What is your interest level? Number 2 is what impressed you the most about the Mary Kay business opportunity? And the last is the password. The password for this video is integrity. So thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you learned something. Bye.